Hey guys, how's it going? It is a beautiful day here in the Keweenaw. Absolutely beautiful. There was a bush here that I wanted to get rid of because it was a thorn bush. Excuse me. So we cut a tree limb down. I didn't get any footage of it. Oh well. Actually, it fell down. It was dead. Then I cut up another bush here. That's what's burning. I cleaned up a brush pile in the backyard. And here we are. But still a couple hours of daylight left. Let's tinker with this old rototiller. Now, if you remember, a few years ago, I got it for free. This old rototiller. This thing, I'm sure it'll be fine. The carburetor isn't seized up. The gas tank looks okay. It's an old Springfield. Old guy, but hey, it's a barn fresh. It's all this stuff was in a barn. Of course, here's this rototiller. A key feature that I really like is the auto stop system. There's your kill switch. Love it. Pretty aggressive thing. This is powered by a Briggs. The old label. We'll be putzing with this in the coming week. Of course. Got my price free. And it sat around for a few years. It sat around in the backyard. But now I could actually use it. I don't know anything about it other than it's a Springfield brand and a Briggs and Stratton. I do know that the fuel that is in the gas tank is rancid. And that this was probably another engine, judging by the custom repaint. But, I don't know. Let's first see if we have some spark. If we have spark, then we'll go to the fuel system, clean out the tank. It's too bright to see if there's any spark, so I sprayed some carb cleaner in her. We're going to let her rip. Looks like there is negative spark. Joy. Well, let's get this cover off. Hope this thing doesn't have points. Well, it might have points. If it has points, there's our problem. I didn't think about that. Well, let's keep going. I'm gonna do this in segments, so I'll get the flywheel off and we'll check everything. Okie dokie, flywheel is off. And the verdict is with the points. There's definitely some crud on there. So we'll try to clean her up and hopefully that fixes our issue. If not, well, I'm kind of stuck. I'll have to replace them, obviously, but okay. Alright, so I made an interesting little discovery here. These points aren't even moving. So I'm going to check that little plunger in there. That might be seized up or something, I'm hoping. So we'll get the points off and have a little look-see. Alright, well, I couldn't get that thing out, telling me that there's something going on inside. So I want to check the combustion chamber. Let's see how bad it is in there. Hard to tell. Not as much carbon as the other 5S. No movement. It's my fingers moving. Well, very little. Okay, well that's a good sign already. The valves are working. We're dragging a belt over here. That's why it's so tight. Now, some scratches there. But honestly, I don't think it's too bad. Jeez. Like I said, we're pushing a belt. That's why it's so snug. Little bit of side to side. Not much. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know, is that a lot? So I'm going to put the head back on this thing and we're going to think about it. Let me know what you guys think. What should we do? Should we take this thing apart or junk the whole thing, which isn't what I do, but I've got too many other projects. So let me know what you guys would do. Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry I'm using my phone. My camera had a little accident on the Oldsmobile startup video. So that's kind of out for the count for a while. So you're going to have to deal with my phone. I'll try to be careful, keeping it still. Today we're working on this old rototiller, Springfield Rototiller. By now you've probably seen me take some of it apart. And rather than screw around trying to find parts, what I've done is I bought a new engine. Let's go take a look at it. Boom. It's a Harbor Freight Predator engine, as I call it, Predator. Le Predator. It's a 6.5 horse, so it's a little bit bigger. They didn't have the 3 horse in stock, so it was $20 more. I figured, what the heck. I got some pulleys. Let's see if we can't do an old-fashioned engine swap here. Okay, now that we got her in the garage, I think there's just 4 bolts. And this belt, of course, the cage guard, that belt, this belt. It might have a little... This double pulley setup kind of confuses me a little bit. There's the... Oh, okay. So this pulley is the actual crank for the engine. And this is just a secondary. I'm thinking and hoping we can just screw that in. We shall see. Kind of an interesting setup. Otherwise, we'll try to figure out how to make it a 1 pulley setup. So that's where we're at. We're going to start. And then we also have to fix... I don't know what this is. I think it's from the old Wizard lawn tractor. We've also got to figure out, I guess that thing went right there. Bolt probably just came loose. Put that back in, and there's this rod that helps to engage it and stuff. So that's easy. That's last. So let's get to work. Okay. All 4 bolts are loose. Nuts and bolts, whatever you want to call them. Wow, that bird was really loud. Holy crap. Let's see if we can't... Should be able just to lift it up, I would think. One-handed. Look at this. Curl my arms with it. You do some curls. It's about all it's good for at this point. Alright. I think I'm going to set up my power washer and give this thing a quick tidy while we're here. No sense in putting a clean engine on a dirty chassis. So let's get that set up, and I gotta go turn the water on in my basement too for the outside. So we'll be back in a little while. Alright. Looks a little better after a quick tidy. Still a little bit of crud in there, but you know what? Good enough. I measured the bolts. I think it's close. Fortunately, the translation from Chinese to English doesn't always include the appropriate 3/8 and 1/4 translation on the mounting plate, so we're just going to have to open this monster up and give her a whirl. The mighty Predator. Let me guess, that mounting plate is all the way down there. Probably. Plug wrench. I don't think I can lift this thing out one-handed. Maybe I can. I don't think I should. Oh. There we go. Fix and send, right? Good enough. Some super glue. I don't think so. Let's get it unwrapped. Well, the mighty Predator is installed. However, when I was going to hook up the throttle, the screw decided to fall out and naturally fall into there. So we're going to dive into the engine cover and see what it looks like from the inside. Be with you. I found it. Have you? I'm glad that the magnets are external on this flywheel. Holy Toledo. That little demon is why we had to take all that off. Getting a quick look around while we're in here though. Plastic flywheel fins. Interesting. External coil, of course. Whoops. Carburetor. Kind of interesting. But I think I'll put that back where it belongs before something else happens to it. Alright. Resuming. Alright, well, according to the instructions, it's done. Got it all fueled up, oiled up. Just got the throttles hooked up. I almost said carburetor. Gas is on, the carb is filling, choke is on. Let's, oh, I did get the belt connected. It's not quite, we're going to try it out, see if it works. But, might have to get a slightly smaller belt and then, or another pulley here to tighten it. We'll see. But let's get this thing running. Alright. What the heck here? Oh, I gotta loosen that a little bit. First pull out of the box. I'm going to put a bigger pulley on the output. We'll see if that's a little better for it. Well, here it is. I need to go to Tractor Supply tomorrow and get another pulley. I've got a 2-inch there and then a 3-inch. Well, I can't get the belt over the 3-inch, and the 2-inch isn't quite big enough. So what was on there, I just measured it. It was 2.5, so we'll get another 2.5. But yeah, I think she'll work pretty good. I just rolled my ankle on the flywheel. So that's where we're at. I'll come back tomorrow. We get it wrapped up and we'll put this baby through some test paces, test runs. Well, here we are. 2-inch pulley, or 2.5-inch. Almost too big because it does walk on its own, but for right now that's okay for me. I'll see if there's a way to adjust something a little later, but let's see if it works. got good cruise control. Nice and quiet though. So I'll have to figure out a way to slacken that belt up a little bit. Bird, all confused. I gotta do this one-handed. Be right back. I knew this propane tank was good for something. Hey guys, how's it going? As you can see, we're back with the old tiller today. It is a beautiful day out here in the Keweenaw. Absolutely stunning. About 65 degrees. Supposed to be about 70 today. Wow. This is pure Michigan right here. Pure Michigan. Anyways, I was using this tiller yesterday, and my neighbor came along, showed me what I was doing wrong, why this thing was just about ready to rip out of my arms, because I didn't have that stupid stake down. So once we got that down, of course he took off with it, and boy, it was really ripping up the garden really well. Get some pictures a little later, but as we're using it, the more we use it, of course the belt was stretching out, because I don't think I quite have it lined up. Oh, it's darn close. So the belt was stretching out too much. So I'll get a new belt today. But the bigger problem is this. That metal there is quite brittle. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those wheels off, and we're going to try to fix it. I have some angle steel that I bought, some bolts. We're going to figure out a way, if we can, to get this critter back on there. It looks like somebody added that piece at one time. This piece here. We found a weak spot into there. So we'll try to get her back together. I'll try my welder, but I only have 15 amp service out here in the garage. I don't have 30, so it may not work. I'll try it again, but so let's get the wheels off. Okay, so my neighbor comes along, the same one that told me about that whatchamacallit there in the back, digging in. And as I'm grinding the brackets off the other wheels, he says, well, why don't you take the wheels off of this one right here? And I said, oh, well, that's a good idea. So we gotta get these wheels off. That plane's circling around for some reason. And squeak them onto here. Freaking plane. So we might have to grind a little bit, but it's going to be darn close. And the holes will be really close. So let's get the wheels off of this one. The thing is with the other wheels is that the metal has been hacked and welded so many times that it's weak. This has all been one piece. So that stupid plane is like, what is he doing? I'll take a picture of him. Been circling around here. I don't know what he's up to. I'm not doing anything bad. Maybe he likes the tiller. Huh. Weird. So yeah, let's get those wheels off and see if they'll fit on the critter right here. Alright. One tiller, another tiller, wheels. Ow. Of course, the holes aren't going to quite line up, but it will fit onto there, of course. Now, roughly, that's about where the holes line up. Okay, no, it's not. I have a mark there. Yeah, right about there. So what we're going to do is take our angle grinder and cut a couple pieces off. So she'll slide in. That's what we're going to do. That's where we're at. Be right back. Well, it's loosely mocked up. As you can see, I had to do a little modification there. And I got to do a little drilling there. So we got one hole lined up. The other one isn't, of course. So we'll just do a little drilling, and I do have some new bolts. Away we go. Still is a beautiful day out here. Man, if all else fails, it is stunning out here. So, we'll be right back.